Well, moving on, the government has revised its gold import figures for the month of November sharply lower. Manisha is here with more details.
Well, thank you so much for that. Well, we've been talking about this since the numbers came out, and the earlier data did show that came in from the Ministry of Commerce that the gold imports for the month of November stood at a high $14.8 billion. Well, this was double than what you saw in the previous month and almost 4 times higher than what you saw in the previous year. And since then, we've been telling you industry has been pointing out as well. And Metal Focus and other data that we see to, look at what kind of imports do come in, there has been a vast difference. So finally, with the kind of numbers that have come in from the DGCIS today, it does put numbers in perspective now. So when you look at the Jan to November import for gold into the country, it now has been revised down to 664 tons. This was earlier in the month of November put to a high of 796 tons. Also, when you look at the Ministry of Commerce data that has been put out for 2024, there is a downward revision from the month of July onwards. This is the time that new softwares were put in, and we did see imports come in via IBX in Gandhinagar as well. So there is this data differential that has been put up now. So when you look at the month of July, it has been revised down by 6.5 tons, August 18 tons, September 13 tons as well. Now remember that Ministry of Commerce does put out data with 2 months of a lag. So we are still waiting for Ministry of Commerce here. But when you look at the DGCIS division, the month of October has been a huge 39 tons from nearly 97 tons to 58 tons on the lower side. Data has been revised for the month of November. That is where the concerns really started to come in from. So from 170 tons, what the ministry had put out, DGCIS has now revised it down to 117 tons. I mean, this is nearly 53 tons of a difference. And with the way the gold prices have been and the kind of imports that we've seen, this definitely will have an impact on the current account deficit. Importantly now, you'll have to wait for the Ministry of Commerce numbers coming in, but it also is about 2 or 3 ports where there is a belief now that some of these gold is counted twice. So this is something that Ministry and the Customs and when it comes from SEZs to the domestic tariff areas on how this is being calculated, something that the government and the regulators perhaps will have to work upon.
Manisha, thank you so much for joining in with that update there on gold imports.